All right, so hi, good evening, Quan. Welcome to our class, LMS BAP AT2B. All right, again for this evening, I'll be your teacher, Miss Cha of Alaska English. All right, so before we proceed to our lesson proper, can I ask, how are you today?
Fine.
All right, so you look very nice tonight. All right. Okay, long time no see. All right. Anyway, so we are going to see each other again for tomorrow for our compensation class from last time. Okay, so what we have right now is let's first identify some of the vocabulary that I told you to that I told you that you need to translate in your mother tongue, right? Like, for example, the first one in here is the adjective serious. All right. When we say serious, it's like needing attention. All right. Needing or deserving your complete attention. So that's an interesting job offer. I'd give some serious consideration if I were you. We've got some serious talking to do, you and me, all right? And needing attention, all right? So, how about this certain word? How can you translate serious in Vietnamese? Serious. Mm. Because
Serious.
yes, actually, the use of serious as an adjective, meaning needing attention. How do you translate that from your homework?
Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Vin Serious in Vietnamese in nghiêm trọng.
Okay, all right, good. How about this one? The next one that we have in here is expand. Expand. All right, by the way, I do suggest when you are looking for the meaning or the English word, you can go to Cambridge Dictionary because it gives you a suggestion like what level is that, like B2, all right, it gives you that hint. Also like this, it says in here that it's originated as American English. Do you still remember when teacher explained the difference between British and American English?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Quan.
Oh,
All right. Okay, I
oh,
think your connection is getting a bit slow.
yeah, so bad.
Oh, all right. Okay, that's all right. Okay, but can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. All right. So now, so again with this one, our next word is expand.
Oh,
Okay. When we say
mm, you,
expand,
you, you can talk again.
all
Serious?
right. Okay. Ah, serious. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Going back with serious. Okay. In here, so when we talk about serious as an adjective, um, it seems like with this one, the first one that we need is needing attention. It's like something that needs to talk about urgent, right? So it's like there's an emergency. It's like we need to solve the problem. All right, it's very serious, it's like it will cause something bad if we don't resolve it, if we don't resolve it earlier. Okay, so it's like needing or deserving your complete attention. It's like you need to listen to me because this is a serious topic. It's like it's important. Okay, it needs attention. Okay, but you could also thank you. Thank you, teacher. You could also describe a person, okay, whenever you want to state a person like for example, I'll say, when, what's wrong with you? You seems very serious. It's like serious, that is the opposite of funny, right? It's like you're very strict, very serious. Okay? All right. Thank you, teacher. Oh, niem tuk tuk niem tuk. Is that how you say it? All right. Okay. So that one. So again, you can use so with this one, as what I've always told you, the misconception of other English learner is they want to learn another language. I mean, they want to learn a lot of words, but the problem, there are a lot of words that is very tricky in English, like this. Serious. It can be used in different purpose, right? It could be like an adjective like this, or even to describe a person. Okay? Moving into here is the word expand. American English. What do we mean by expand? Can you read it for me?
To increase something inside number are important.
It's like it upgrades, expand. It could be in something in size, like from being small, it becomes big. Expand in size. It could be in number, from 12, it becomes 100. Okay? It
Be-
expand,
Become
right?
mixed.
Yeah, it could be a size, big, small, small, big, or a
Yes.
number, 12 to 100, or importance. It's like expand in a way like before it's not very important, but as time goes on, like this. Take a look at our example. The first example, please read.
The air in the balloon
Balloon.
even when
All right.
heated.
Yeah, the air in the balloon expands when heated. Next one.
Mm, they expanded their number of story.
Stores.
Mm,
It's like
and
it's like
store.
yeah, it's like shop, store or shop.
Yes.
Okay. Significantly in the 9.
1990s.
All right. So expand in number, meaning they are expanding the number of stores, okay, or number of shops. Or importance, yeah. Something in size, number, or importance. Excuse me. Now, next word that we have here is beneath. Beneath. Yeah, beneath. Another American English. It's like
Under.
preposition. Under, right? In or to a lower position than or under. Jerry hid the letter beneath a pile of papers, meaning under, right? The cool grass felt good beneath their feet. Okay, lower position or under. Next, increase. It's like expand, right? So to make something become larger in amount or size. In this one, increase in amount or size. So expand is size, number, and what's the other one? Size, number, and importance. But when we say increase, it's only used for a larger in amount or size. Okay. Incidents of armed robbery have increased over the last few years. The cost of the project has increased dramatically, significantly since it began. Gradually increase the temperature to boiling point. All right. Increasing efforts are being made to end the dispute. A verb, another verb. British English, increase. Okay. Next, we have here, what is this one? I think this one is pressure. The force that a liquid or gas produces when it presses against the area. Okay, it's like in this one, it's like gas or water pressure. The new material allows the company to make gas pipes which withstand higher pressure. Okay. The gas is stored under pressure, meaning in a container which keeps it at a higher pressure than it would usually have. All right. So in here, like pressure, it's like to cause something. It causes something to explode, right? There's a pressure, gas or water pressure.
Voice.
Okay. So in here, so another one is all right. This is the opposite. Doylap,
Opposite.
expanding, right? Expanding. It's like getting big, but this one
Yeah.
shrinking. Okay, getting small or less. Okay, the opposite of
Opposite.
expand. Expand,
Yeah.
right? So becoming smaller or less. All right. So the shrinking workforce would have to support a growing number of retired people. Rapidly, all right, or slowly shrinking. The rapidly shrinking middle class worries that our children would have the same chances we have. A shrinking budget, a shrinking economy, a shrinking market. Okay. So you can use that in those phrases. So I ask you about it because those words or those phrases can be found with what are we going to read for this evening. So this was the homework that was left to you last time, wherein I told you that you need to, those are the 6 words that we read: serious, expand, beneath, increased pressure, and shrinking, right? So I ask you about it because we are going to read this reading material, Our Changing Planet. Okay. So the first one in here, all right. So here, so there are suggestions. So what are the suggestions in your reading skill? And how for you, how do you improve your vocabulary? Can you read this part for me? When there are
Mm, there are different ways you can find the meaning of new vocabulary with a dictionary. Decide what part of speech it is a verb, noun, adjective. Look for
cognates.
college.
Cognates, yeah.
College. They are similar to words in the language.
Okay, and then
Use the context of a text to help you understand
this one right here, it's like paraphrasing. Use the
context.
context of a text to help you understand. When you say context, what does it have? The content itself, all right? So in here, the first suggestion, decide what part of the speech Is it a noun? Is it a verb, an adjective, right? So if you don't have a dictionary, so these are some of the ways for you to get the meaning or to understand a certain text, okay? So without further ado, Win, can you read this one for me? Our changing planet.
Mm, our changing playlist. Our playlist is getting warmer. Below it changes our weather, but it changes the geography of our planet too. Beaches are getting smaller. When water gets warmer, it expands, and when the eye at the north and south both get warmer, it makes as a result our sea and ocean are getting bigger, and some islands are lost their beach. The beautiful beach of Hawaii are very popular with tourists, but they are um, growing smaller each year. The government is spending millions of dollars to make this bigger, which send from Venice the sea, but the problem is very serious. Um, Mountains are growing taller. The surface of the earth has to pass the sharp mantle and the has grows around it. The grass looks like a rickshaw puzzle, and the pies are always colliding. The posts land up, and mountains appear and grow taller. And this happens again and again. But scientists also think that with less heavy slow and on the mountains, it's easier for them to grow. In Patagonia, uh, the mountains increase in height by 3.9 centimeters between 2003 and 2006. Volcanoes can become more active. Warmer temperature can make volcano on the right and more active, meeting slow and I add water to ocean and they become deeper and heavier. They increase the pressure on the ocean floor and less pressure air on dry land. This makes it easier for volcanoes to erupt. Volcanic mm, eruption make countries and islands larger. On example, a big lake in Hawaii, its volcano Kila, Kilauea is very active and its lava is forming new lakes. Hawaii's beach is shaking, but its land is getting bigger.
Okay, so while teacher is waiting for this one, I'm confirming on, is it Kilawa or Kilayawa? I forgot how it's pronounced because it's a Hawaiian word. But anyway, with this one, while waiting for teacher, let's just practice some of the mispronounced word. Just the ending sound, like in this one, weather, result,
Yes.
yeah, result, got
Resource.
Yeah, government. This one is puzzle. Puzzle. Do you know the puzzle, like
Yeah.
a jigsaw puzzle? Like this one? You can create a
Oh,
puzzle.
yes.
Puzzle, the jigsaw puzzle, the thing that you connect to create something, right? Next, pieces. Pieces.
Yes.
Pieces and Patagonia. All right. So with this one, so it just simply tells us something about. Oh, by the way, in here when we say colliding, it's like that. They colliding with one another. Colliding.
Mhm.
Yeah, colliding. So it says in here you read something that says colliding. All right. Where is that part? I forgot to highlight it. All right. So in here, I think when you talk about the mountain, okay. So in here, all right. Appear and grow taller, asking, but scientists are less. It's like they are crashing or they are banging one another, so that they are colliding. They are hitting, hitting. Yeah, colliding. Okay. All right. So next one with this. Okay. So in your opinion, like how can you, since we are discussing about our changing planet, now that you're a teenager, what are the things that you observe with our weather? Compare when you were a kid up to now that you are a teenager. Can you spot a difference between the weather when you were young and now that you're a teenager? Mm.
Mm, weather?
Yeah, how can you compare the weather when you were a kid and now that you are a grown up?
No,
Now
I don't
y-
prepare.
you mean you don't see any differences? You mean the weather stays the same?
Mm.
For
Weather
example,
in tomorrow?
all right. So like for example, compare how old are you right now? You're 19, right? Are you 19 or
Yeah.
18? 19, right? You are 19 years old, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 19 years old. So this is the present, right? Right now. Now, how can you compare the weather way back when you were 10 years old? Have you seen like changes before? Like for example, when I was younger, I observed that it has a lot of trees. It has a lot of trees, so we don't feel that it's very hot. But in the present, I think right now the weather is unpredictable, because in the morning it's very sunny and in the evening it's going to be rainy, right? Right now it's changing. It's like before when I was young, if it's sunny in the morning, it won't rain until in the evening, right? But right now, it's unpredictable. It's changing. How about you? What did you notice?
Global warming?
Yeah, exactly. Because of global warming. So, what do you think is the common problem about global warming?
Mm.
What is the biggest reason why we are suffering from global warming?
Listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
This because mm, because um,
Mm, because of.
because emission
Okay, because
because because uh active people.
yeah, also because of the action of people that worse it makes the global warming, it gets worse, right? But to make it short, like in here, um it's because it cost of the planet's overall temperature, right? Before, There's a large piece that is of covering us from the sun, and that layer is getting thinner and thinner. That is why we are having like direct exposure to the sun, right? So that's the biggest cause while the temperature is changing, or the weather and temperature somehow changing from time to time. Okay? So how about with this one? How about if I ask you when? Let's do this one before we forgot to answer. So what do warmer temperatures change? So they change our weather and the geography of our planet. So how about in number one? What is happening to beaches in Hawaii?
Mm. In Hawaii,
Yes.
this is smaller.
It's getting smaller. All right. Meaning what
Meaning
what word can we use in here on the sixth
mm,
word? It's
drinking,
shrinking. Correct.
drinking.
Correct. All right. They are growing smaller or they are shrinking. Okay, good. How about number two? Where does the extra sand come from?
Mm, mm, the sand, the excess sand come bend
Okay.
with
Okay. From it comes from beneath the sea. All right. It's like it's very
yes,
being pushed away. With this one, when you say extra, all right. Extra, you could also
extra.
use excess. Excess. It's like, you know, for example, the basic example, for example, is like we need only five. For example, I need five students, but I receive 15 students. So I have 10 extra. Do you get it?
Extra,
Ex- hmm.
the simplest S,
Sorry,
extra, the same S
with
plus,
excess, excess. This one.
yes,
All right. And somehow
except and
excess, it's like at the actually they are not necessarily the same meaning, but again there are some contexts that they have the similar meaning. Like for example, where does the extra sand come from? We could say, where does the excess sand come from? There are some words that they can be like the same meaning but not every time. Okay, so there are just some words that you can use this that, but in this context, you can use the word excess, extra, excess. Okay? So, how about with this? What is the Earth's surface made of?
the Earth's surface are growing taller.
Hmm. What?
Yeah.
The question is what? What is the Earth's surface made of?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
The surface of Earth consists two parts.
Okay, consists of two parts. Very good. Those are
The soft mantle and the hard crust.
okay. So here, yeah, a soft mantle and a hard crust. Here, what causes mountains to grow taller or to expand?
Mm, yes.
Mm.
Because the bisects are always coloring.
With this one, when pieces of the crust collide, they push
Yes.
land up. All right, so they keep banging one another. They keep hitting one another. The tendency, there's pressure, so the other one is increasing or expanding. Right, it's getting taller. Right. Next, how about with this one? How much did the mountains in Patagonia grow in 3 years?
Mm, 3.9.
3.9. Okay. They grew 3.9 centimeter. How about this? When do oceans become deeper and heavier?
when when melting snow and ice add water to the ocean.
Okay, let's see. They become when snow and ice melt. It's like from solid form, it changes into liquid form, right? Melt.
Yes.
Okay. How about this? What does this do to the ocean
Oh,
floor?
melt snow and ice change water. Melt.
Yes, melt. From
Okay.
solid to liquid. Yes, correct. From snow to water or ice to water. Correct. Okay. So how about number 7? What does this do to the ocean floor?
Ocean floor. Is the grid of resource.
Mm, it creates because the question is what? What does this do to the ocean floor?
Wow. Dryness.
Okay. So in here, so what does this do to the ocean floor? So there is more pressure on the ocean floor. If the ocean in here, if the ocean becomes deeper and heavier, there is more pressure on the ocean floor. Okay. How about number 8? Why is Big Island getting bigger?
Island.
Mm-hmm. Why is Big Island getting bigger? What is
Because
mm,
because volcano is become active
become more active and then what's with it when it
and
becomes active?
and is lava is forming new lake
All right, correct from there. So it
of
is getting
lava.
bigger because the lava erupt
Oh,
erupt.
yes.
Okay, it's all right in here. It's what did you say a while ago? Is a volcano? Or I think that was British English, but because I used to American, right? So in American English, you pronounce that as volcano, but volcano, I think that's
Oh,
British English.
if
Volcano.
Philippines has volcano,
Yes. We
oh,
have, yeah,
how much?
we
How
have
many?
how many volcano? Oh, there's a lot. What do you mean?
Oh,
Do you want the active or not active? We have
mm,
a lot of
oh,
volcano. We
two,
have, sorry, what did you say?
both active and not active.
Ah, all right. So let me confirm because as time goes by, it's changing. All right. Volcanoes update in PH here. Okay. Okay. All right. We have the what's so called the popular one. We have we have the perfect 24 active volcano.
24.
Yeah. We have 24 active volcanoes and
Yes.
okay, 355 inactive. See, I told you we have a lot. All right. So as of 2023 in Philippines, we have 24 active and we have according to the volcano statistic in Philippines, we have 355 inactive or not
Yes.
active. Okay. How about in Vietnam?
I don't know. I think we don't have.
You don't have volcano in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's all right. Yeah, because of geographical, because of geographical position. Hmm. I think I've seen that, or I observed that in Vietnam, what you have a lot is lake. You have a lot of lake. Ho, is that
Oh,
ho?
like
Yeah.
yes.
In Vietnam, let's see. Let's confirm.
In in Hanoi, it has very
Mm,
many like
okay, yeah, in Hanoi. Ah, okay. It says in here that you got two volcano in Vietnam.
yes.
Holocene, Bus Dong Nai, volcanic eruption. Okay. All right. So anyway, so with that, so if Vietnam has a lot of lake, Philippines has a lot of landform such as mountains, volcano, and beach. If you love to swim, I could see that
I I I
Alaska is
I
giving
know
program.
in
Okay.
what?
I've seen that. Sorry to interrupt. So I've seen that Alaska, our page in Facebook is posting like you can have a field trip in the Philippines in Cebu. Cebu is one of the most beautiful place in my country. You can
Mm,
Cebu, yeah, you can enjoy a lot of beach, you can enjoy a lot of food. All right. So if you want to explore
okay.
Philippines or you have time, you want to go to relax, okay, I suggest Philippines
Okay.
is a good place to go. All right. So even though we have some worst experiences, but not everything is bad in my experience, okay? But anyway, so that's it for that one. All right. So we only got 5 minutes, and I think I forgot something. When do you have your homework? what's what's with your face? It seems like you get surprised. What's with that face? Do you still remember your homework? You have a homework. You need to talk about a
Oh, what is oh,
place place
yes.
in your city.
In
Do you
my
still
city.
remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you forgot. Okay. Since we don't have much time, that's gonna be our first conversation, our starter for tomorrow. Okay. So we are going to
Okay.
talk about your homework. Okay. And with that,
Yes.
remember that in that certain presentation, you need to talk about the place, the local attraction, the food, and the activities. Right?
Okay.
All right. I thought you forgot. Okay. All right. So
No.
anyway, with this one, okay, with this in here, so I'll be the one to read it for you. Okay. It's like true or false. I'll be the one to read. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
So on May 18th, 1980, the volcano Mount St. Helens erupted. Mount St. Helens is in the United States, and its eruption was bigger than any other in the US history. 57 people died, and the disaster destroyed huge areas of land. Today, I'm with Eddie Matthews, who was 14 on that day. Eddie, what do you remember? It was a Sunday morning, and everything was quieter than usual. Usually, there were a lot of birds and other animals in my garden, but there was absolute silence. Then, I noticed that the sky was darker too. Did you know immediately what the problem was? No, I didn't. Because we lived about 240 kilometers from the volcano. My uncle called and told us about the eruption. He lived nearer to the volcano than us, but luckily he wasn't in any danger. Were you scared? I think I was more surprised than scared. We knew that the volcano was ready to erupt, but we didn't really expect a big eruption. However, it wasn't only a little lava, it was an enormous explosion. Big, enormous. What did you do? We went to our grandmother's house. During the day, the sky got darker. The air become hotter and started to smell worse, smell bad. Two, however, the photos of the black land around the volcano look worse than any of my memories. They are a reminder of people and animals who lost their lives. Okay, so that's a very sad story. So this is like a clip or an image from, okay, the volcano that erupted in 1980. Okay. So with this one, so you said to me that you were able to do your homework, which is going to be our first discussion. So what you're going to do here, because we just got few minutes left, I will give you this as a homework because this require, okay, more thorough comprehension, because like for this it activity 3 and 4 is connected with one another. It's like if the answer is false, you need to modify. You need to replace it with the correct answer, right? The volcano is in Canada, the volcano is in US. Okay? So with this, you're going to continue this. All right? So I said that I will be extending 2 minutes, right? So this will be your homework, okay? I just read it for you.
Yes.
This one, because this one will be we can do this in a short period of time. How about this one? When think of a scary incident in your life, something that make you scared, frightened. All right, use the adjectives in the box or your own ideas and the questions below to describe it to your partner, which is teacher. Whose story is more frightening and why? Okay. So now you can use the following adjective to describe how scared you are. You could use bad, loud. Loud is like a strong sound.
Oh,
Nervous, right? Nervous, it's like you're panicking. Of course, quiet, silent, scary, something that's frightening, and then terrible, meaning that's the worst, very bad, terrible. So here are
yes.
some example. You can follow this as your pattern. And this one here, I was at home and my parents were at a party. My sister was also out. I thought I was alone, but suddenly I heard a loud noise. I felt cold air in the room too. Someone was in my house. Then I saw, okay, you can continue. I was in town with two friends. It was late at night and it was cold too. We were at the bus stop. Suddenly, a man appeared and shouted at my friend. Okay, and then after that, we are going to talk about which is more scarier, yours or
Yeah.
mine. Okay,
Okay.
how about you? What is the most scary incident in your life?
Hmm. No.
No, really.
Oh, I think in the future.
In the future, what? Impossible. You never been scared even when you were a kid. Like for example, when you were a kid, you saw a spider, you got scared, right? uh, it's a natural feeling, right? I think as a teacher right now, the most scariest incident in my life is when I when is it? Hmm. I think it's when COVID happened.
With
COVID, the pandemic.
oh,
I get scared. Teacher, me. I get scared. So I was at home and I was at home when COVID happened, right? So I am with my family. And then what happened? What happened is when you watch the television, right? All you can hear, all you can watch are everyone is dying. We don't have vaccine. Everyone is wearing mask. You cannot go outside, right? So I am very scared because I have a son. My son is only 3 years old. So I am very scared. So it's not that I'm scared for myself, but I'm scared for what will happen to him. So I hear, actually it's very quiet outside because no one is getting out of their houses, right? But what can I hear is a very terrible news from the TV. This one, what did the incident affect or change? All right, fast forward 2023, right? We have now vaccine. Okay. So in here, what did the incident change? All right, for me, it's not a change, but for me, a realization. It's like love your family, right? Because in just a blink of an eye, during COVID, you'll realize you're just talking to a friend, and then suddenly you're going to know, oh, he died already. Oh my goodness, right? So it's like everything could happen quickly without notice, right? How did I feel? I feel, yeah, to love one another, right? Be more understanding, right? Luckily we survived COVID. Okay. So yeah, that's the most scariest incident recently, because when I was your age, the scariest incident is when I found out that I'm pregnant. That's very scary. Okay, how about you? As a 19-year-old, what is a scary incident in your life?
Like you.
Mm.
I I feel I feel terrible when I join competition.
Competition.
Yeah, competition to change from high school to university. University.
University. Okay.
No.
You feel a lot of pressure to take the exam. So it's like the entrance exam for you to enter in college, correct?
Yes, big
Okay.
exam.
All right. Okay. Entrance exam. Hmm. So who were you with? Are you alone?
Hmm.
Are you alone?
Yes,
Okay.
alone.
Okay. Hmm. What
Yes.
did you see? What happened?
Hmm. What happened?
So you feel a lot of pressure.
I have
Okay.
a lot of meeting.
Okay. So you
Yes.
feel, you have a feeling that you made a lot of mistake. All right. So how about this? Uh because I cannot say what did you hear because it's an exam, right? So how about this? What did the incident affect, or how did you feel about that?
Finally, everything is okay.
Because you passed, right? You
Not
grad
broken.
you graduated, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Also, that's the last one. So from high school, yeah, I think it's very, yeah, it's a scary incident. Like, it's like a pressure. It's like, are you going to continue? And you are very scared with your parents, right? What will they think if you fail the exam? Yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, sadly, we don't have much time. All right. So by the way, who is more scarier, yours or mine? I think mine is scarier because my experience is scarier than yours. Because even you failed the exam, you are still alive. But if I got COVID, I get die. So mine is
Okay.
mine is scarier,
Oh,
right? Okay.
uh, mm, have a lot of people.
In Philippines.
Uh,
In Philippines?
no,
Mm.
no.
Mm.
He died when when they fail in exam.
Ah,
Yes.
really? Also in Vietnam? I mean, I I know that it's very natural in Japan and Korea, right? Like,
Oh,
how about also in Vietnam?
yes.
Really? Oh, I see. Oh, that's a news for me. All right. So, though I'm sorry to hear that, but that's a surprising news for me. Okay. So in Philippines, it's also common in teenagers, but it's like more on parents problems or boyfriend, girlfriend. But entrance exam, it's not a big deal for us, you know. But yeah, so I could see that you are somehow the same with Japan and Korea, that you take it very seriously when you failed it. Okay. Okay, so I hear. Also, we could say like it's 50-50. Both of our incident is scary because you said someone might commit. All right. So you call that, in English, you call that suicide.
Suicide.
Suicide. It's like taking your own life. Okay, suicide. A lot of a lot of students commit suicide if they fail the exam. Okay? So that's the English word, suicide. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So sadly, when we don't have much time, so just a reminder for for your homework. This one you're going to, all right, comprehend, write true or false, and then at the same time, you need to present your PowerPoint presentation for tomorrow. Okay. So also our TA is
Alright.
here. Sorry.
I did eat
Y-
what
your homework.
about a plate.
Yes, we're going to do
Yes,
it
I
for
did eat.
tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to check it for
No,
tomorrow.
not my boy. Yeah,
Not PowerPoint. Oh,
no.
you put it just a picture, even like a slide, a picture.
Picture.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Not a presentation itself, like a picture. You will do a lot of talking. I just want to see the picture. Okay.
Oh, I, I will share screen.
You want to share
Okay.
screen? Okay, all right, good.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be the one to make it. By the way, since our TA is here, TA, our time for tomorrow, I forgot to send you last night. I'll send it tonight, okay? Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make you
Alright.
the host, right? Give me a second. All right. Are you the host now?
No, tomorrow.
You're just going to show it for tomorrow. Okay. I thought you're going to show
Yeah.
it to me now. All right. Okay,
Okay.
anyway, so we are just going to
Oh, I
continue.
did eat.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for doing
Okay.
your homework. Okay. So the same time for tomorrow, we are going to start at 8:15. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that will be all for
Yes.
this evening, Tambiet, and have a good night. See you tomorrow, Win. Sweet dreams.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.